In this movie, we'll look at the other method of adding internal style information to our document, using inline styles. Inline styles are fundamentally different than other methods of styling our documents because they do not use a selector to affect an HTML object. They don't need a selector because the style declaration is placed inside the HTML tag as a style attribute. That's why it's called an inline style, because it is in line with the HTML element itself. Even though this is a part of the official specification, most consider its use to be no better than using HTML to control appearance because you are intermingling presentation and structure again. Now, officially, we aren't doing anything that we shouldn't be doing because it's okay to do this as it's in the specification. But in terms of trying to keep to this separation of presentation and structure, we kind of are. The upside is that the inline style is the most specific and the most powerful way to add style information. So you can use it, just use it sparingly. Now, as you can see, we have a sample here of adding a inline style to a paragraph tag, and we're using the style attribute and saying we want this paragraph to be read. Now, because the style is tied to one specific HTML object, it's only going to be able to use for that specific object and cannot be reused other than copying and pasting. Now, overusing these inline styles can easily defeat some of the advantages of CSS by removing the central location for style information like we have with embedded styles. So in that case, if we needed to update styles, we would have to go to every single occurrence where we have used the inline style method and change it in line with the HTML. So in general, it is suggested that if we have to use these inline styles, that we use them sparingly. So let's go ahead here and jump over into our sandbox, and let's type in a nice little rule here that's going to control our first paragraph. So up here in the head, we do have that rule that's saying that all paragraphs will be colored lime. I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down here to the first paragraph, and I'm going to change that so that we are using the style attribute, and inside of the style attribute is where I put the property and the value. So I'll do color, and I'll make it blue. Now, as you can see, we have our declaration inside of the quotation marks, and that's really what's going to be the declaration block for our inline styles, because we can add in as many declarations as we need for this particular inline style. So I'm going to go ahead and save that and jump back over into my browser and refresh, and I'll see that only that first paragraph got affected. So now we know how we can use our inline styles to add style information to our HTML elements directly.